My name is Elise Cutini, Executive Director of Silicon Valley Children's Fund. Silicon Valley Children's Fund is an agency solely dedicated to improving educational and life outcomes for foster youth. So the Silicon Valley Children's Fund is important because it enables our community to recognize one of its most valuable assets, and that is the youth that have been in the foster care system. And so our agency is there to support some of those holes or gaps in the system, to help bolster them up, to provide them the educational opportunities and enrichment experiences so that they can be connected to a passion of some kind that they can realize as a young adult.
I am Brandy Wright, and I am a former foster youth, and I am an alumni of the Silicon Valley Children's Fund Yes Scholarship Program, and current employee as a RISE coach with the Silicon Valley Children's Fund. I dropped out of high school my freshman year, and had already lived in about 50 different types of foster homes, group homes, juvenile facilities at the time. And I think every day, waking up and knowing that my life was being controlled, in essence, by other people that did not have the same kind of value for me. Sometimes it felt that people were just doing their job, and their job wasn't good enough because their job didn't make me feel safe. I had to stop looking at myself as an individual that was a victim of gross child abuse, right? I mean, yes, that is my story. Yes, my story is entrenched in dysfunction of emotional, physical, and sexual abuse. But that couldn't be the only thing that my life stood for. That wasn't good enough, and it wasn't going to be good enough. At the forefront of that is that I have children, and I have an obligation first to them that I am not going to continue a cycle of abuse. And so I had to change me first, and I saw that paradigm occur through education. SVCF really made a difference between whether I was able to imagine myself just staying at a community college or being able to transfer to a four-year university and afford the cost of going to a UC. And that created a much bigger purpose, right, for myself, that it wasn't just about me and my individual experiences as a foster youth, but rather this is much bigger than me, that there are people that are genuinely invested in my welfare as a human being, that I had these other people that were saying, I'm gonna use my money to say that you're worth something and that you have a place in this world.
So as we become more successful, it's more and more important for us to not let these kids down. This year, as an example, we had such an increase in spike in need from the kids. So being able to raise these funds, allows a great number of youth to continue on this path towards success for themselves.